What's going on, guys? Welcome to a lovely day here at Dub Saw Shop. We are out in the shop today getting the lathe set up with the new tooling and making our plate. That way we can cut the chamber on the 3120. And this is the first time that I can say that one of the plates that I made it for the 3120 and it doesn't work. I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to show you guys why and what we're going to do about it. Got us a fresh plate here. And we got a 3120 cylinder. We cut us some new holes in the 500i and the 660 plate. For cutting the chamber, but sitting it on here. You can see the issue that we're having. And it's hitting pretty much all of them. What I'm going to do is, instead of having the plate diagonal and drilling the holes, I'm going to take the new plate and have it flat just like this, which is going to put those holes being like this. So now the cylinder will actually be square with the plate, and then the bolt holes is going to line up in between the jaws and the studs. That way we won't have to worry about this hitting. But yeah, while we are in the middle of doing all that, Boss Star, Boss Tar, however you want to say it. She's very nice. And it is the wedge design versus the piston design. You see the wedge just moves up and down. Tighten everything up. Much more sturdy than the piston type. And it came with new tool holders. So we got us an array of setups over here now. That way we can play with. Well, we have came this far. That is up at the combustion chamber. And this is down at the other side, at the base end. It's not, y'all's perceptive is a little bit different than mine as I move around, but yep. Using these, you always want to make sure you get that gap there to make sure this thing's actually putting pressure down on the tip. And if you spin it really fast, I've noticed if you can see that little ring right there of oil, right there. I put that there, but if you roll these things, you get a little fast and it's dry. You actually have a tendency to kind of, where this ball will catch on some of the imperfections in here, and actually try to ride up or ride down. So, yeah. But I'm spinning her pretty good there, and she ain't moving. Time to get set up to get to cut now, boys. For fun, let's see how this thing looks. Looks pretty dang good. Woo-wee. What a dag blasted setup that was. This is definitely the biggest cylinder that I've ever messed with. Definitely the biggest I'm probably ever gonna mess with. I ended up having to do a lot of stick out on the cutter just to get it up far enough, have a little bit of wiggle room between the tool post and the cylinder to make me feel comfortable. The big cutter, I had it in there, and if I set it, just imagine you're at 90 degrees. The problem that I found is I like for this tip to be angled this way a little bit. In order to get this tip right in the tip of the chamber where it meets the cylinder, this angle would have to be crazy. Well, then this angle on the tool is actually cutting like a negative angle into the chamber, and once the tip goes through and cuts, this backside is going to drag and keep on cutting. So I'm not using it for this. I'm just using the a straight triangle cutter like this, because it's a lot easier to work with these angles, because you can have a very steep angle to cut and still not drag here or have a chance of any piece of the tool rubbing the cylinder. So that's why I'm staying with the triangle cutter that I got. And we got her all set up. We're dialed in to take a 15 thousandths pass. We're going to end up taking 20 thousandths out of it. We're out 400 thousandths from where we're going to start cutting. And you can see we got about ½ inch, maybe a ½ inch to play with. And then I spun it to make sure nothing's gonna hit as we're cutting. But yeah, I think this is gonna be fun. Hopefully we're gonna get this 8120 straight up ripping. I definitely wanna, in the future, go ahead and knock the top of this head off, make us a 2-piece head set up, just so we can get everything like I want it. Doing builds like this, you really got to sacrifice how low can you go, how much can you take off the base, and that really hinders you on what you can do to the chamber, what you can't do to the chamber. So we're just going to take 20 thousandths out of this. Probably 30 off of the base. Something like that. And then we're going to have to clearance for the flywheel and all that good stuff. And then we'll move our numbers around a little bit as we can. Definitely going to do some finger ports. Maybe not bridge ports right now. I think we'll just start with fingers and see how that goes. But this is going to be my video for today. Been at this too long getting this thing set up. It's about 6:30 now. And honestly, I done got hungry. So I'm ready to go eat. You guys have a great day. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll be cutting this thing and diving into some port work. You guys have a great day. Thanks for checking out the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Really helps out, and it goes a long way. Dubs, we out.